Welcome to my channel.
1 month since finding out. A month or so ago I found out my wife of almost 7 years has been cheating on me for 3 months physically and 6 months emotionally. I found out when her story of why she was so late didn't add up at all and came home in an Uber rather than coworker. I felt suspicious the past 2 times she was late like this, so made sure to be outside on arrival. She eventually came clean after I told her I trusted her our whole relationship, and if she said she didn't cheat, I'd believe her. That's what broke her, to tell the truth. It was a 2 ex-boyfriend. She said she loves him. Initially she refused to stop talking to him. She agreed to stop seeing him short term. She faked showing me their conversations for 2 days until I had her phone while she was on a work call and found the real conversations on WhatsApp up. I blew up. 3 days later they stopped all contact temporarily for 1 month so we can figure things out. Basically she says she loves me and loves our family, but she loves him too. She has been pushing an open relationship since I found out. She has way prior to this brought up an open relationship, but only for me, which I always said no to. After our child she wasn't into time as much as I was and thought that would help. I hated the idea. Since she has stopped talking she has been much more affectionate to me. I do believe since that last lie that she has been 100% honest, brutally honest as well. The first few weeks were horrible, almost constant fights. I've had constant questions since she stopped talking to him. We started therapy. It's helped and has hurted us. About the past 3 weeks is when I stopped with the need for questions and things have actually got much better. Then the past week and a half since our first real couple session after the solo, things have been better. She actually been the most emotional she has been with me for years, and the past week and a half has possibly been the best week and a half in years. Weird enough. Even with this she is still pushing wanting an open marriage, which to me is complete BS because she only wants him and said if they stop talking she doesn't want an open relationship, but is willing if I still did, which I don't. This whole thing is so weird. I always thought immediately after cheating it'd be done, no questions asked, but I'm not. It's weird to me that during this past month, if her having no contact with him, that we have gotten closer emotionally, even with her having feelings for him in the background and still pushing. The past 2 weeks when we haven't talked about it, things have been great. But each session she still says she wants an open marriage, but at the same time says she's getting closer to me. 3 days after I found out was the first time we had time again and did it every day that week, but we both kind of felt it was just something to break up the tension, to have something feel good. The following week was nothing, but since then it's been almost every day back in our first year of dating. Most of me feels that her effort and feelings physical is genuine, but a small part scared it's being used as a method to get me to agree to an open marriage. With all that said, today is the day they check in and I hate that idea. It was initially supposed to be Sunday, the day after her birthday, but she didn't want to do that to me on Father's Day and she planned a day for us yesterday. The check-in is supposed to be a "Hi, how are you? We are planning to keep working this out." Initially it was a full conversation, but now because I told her how I felt yesterday she switched it up to saying it's going to be one text saying that we are going to keep figuring this out. I hate the idea of even that text. I want zero contact. She is gonna let me watch it since she has put in effort to regain trust, but I know this open marriage goal is there. It all just bothers me and sucks because I do want to work through this. Redditors' reactions. Redditor 1, she wants to be married to you and have a boyfriend or maybe more than one on the side. So far it doesn't sound like you have done much to convince her that you are much more than a doormat. She is ducking someone else, and you are doing nothing of significance as a result. Start consulting with family law attorneys in your area. Find a good one and file for divorce. Have her served it publicly, or at work if the AP is a coworker. Having her served is drawing a line in the sand. She has to make a choice. It's your way, or the highway. Putting up with her crap isn't going to do you any good, it just makes you appear weak in her eyes. You can stop a divorce at any time. Acting like a doormat isn't going to stop her affair. She has been seeing the guy for 6 months and screwing him for 3. Why do you want to stay married to her? Are you afraid of being alone? Redditor 2, dude, do you really think that you are worth so little that it is fine you are a second choice for her? She wants an open marriage so she can duck this other guy while you stay home and take care of the house. She clearly doesn't care about how you feel. Can you live with never knowing if she will decide to abandon you the minute she has a plan with this guy? An open marriage will never save a failing marriage and will most likely make things worse. She wants her cake and to eat it too. You have given her nothing but trust and love, and she took that and tossed it into the fire. Do yourself a favor and pull the cord, get out and find someone who actually loves and cares about you. Redditor 3, oh boy, this is going to end fantastically bad, and you don't even realize it yet. First, she's manipulating you, leading you down the path that ends with having you at home as her safe, boring partner that helps with bills, and her BF getting the perks of a romantic relationship. Everyone but you can see it coming. Second, you're into monogamy, and she's not. It's a fundamental incompatibility, and she's a cake eater. Third, you're showing that you have no respect for yourself and are her personal doormat. She will absolutely lose what little respect she has for you the longer you remain her little puppet. Fourth, the heightened S-time life you have now? That's hysterical bonding. It will 100% end at some point, probably when she goes back to binging her BF on the regular. Not you, her real BF, in case you were confused. 5th. She tells you she loves you, and you believe it. You are willing to ignore the thousands of lies she's told you over the months she's been cheating, and magically pretend she's totally honest with that statement, while she, fucks another man behind your back, the man she will not gone up to stay with you. Are you seriously this naive? My advice? Go ahead and go through with whatever she wants. Everyone pays for their education, and you're next in line to pay a very steep price. Redditor 4, you're making it sound like cutting contact with her AP is an option rather than a requirement to continue with your relationship. She wants to have her cake and eat it too, have all her romantic needs met by boyfriend, while keeping you at home to maintain the lifestyle she is now. There needs to be boundaries and consequences if they aren't met. You love your wife, and she thinks she loves you too. However, love alone will not make a relationship work, especially if it's one-sided. Redditor 5, this check-in is a terrible idea. You want monogamy? She doesn't. At least, she doesn't want monogamy with you. You've got to draw a line in the sand, mate. You need to contact a lawyer and have papers drawn up and have her served. She needs to understand that if she wants to be with you, then it's only with you. If she doesn't, file. You've got to make the consequences real for her. Right now, you're rug sweeping while she does the absolute minimum to keep you hanging on. Her affections for you, the increased attention? That's what a wife is supposed to do, mate. Show her real consequences for her actions, because so far, she hasn't had any. She got to duck that dude and she still gets to hang on to him while she attempts to manipulate you into letting her keep ducking him. She's just biding her time until you either give in or you become comfortable enough for her to start sneaking around again. Draw that line, mate. If you have any hope of saving your marriage, show her consequences for her choices. Redditor 6, just an FYI, and man's seed can swim inside a woman for up to 6 days, so you'd have that to look forward to if you fall in the open relationship trap. Never believe a cheater that they use protection, so the next time you're with her, you may be getting his love juices all over you. The next time you kiss her on the mouth, she may have had his junk in her mouth 30 minutes prior and didn't even bother gargling with mouthwash. It is disgusting. Let me help you find something. Put your hand on the back of your head and slide it down to your pelvic area. That's your backbone between that area. Now that you know where it is, use it. Stop doing the pick-me dance and put a spotlight on the affair. Out this guy publicly and what your wife has done to everyone, family included. She may cry that you're ruining her reputation life, but remind her it was her choice to cheat and continue contacting the man who is helping ruin your family, so it is her fault, and his fault her reputation is now trash. Not yours. Go separate any monies in a joint account to a private account she cannot clean out prior to exposing her nonsense, and go speak to a couple divorce lawyers immediately. Keep any proof of the cheating you can, and consider having your phone on record for any conversation or interaction you have with your wife to keep her from trying to pull the "he abused me" tactic cheating women absolutely love to pull. FYI, staying in an unhappy home where you share a woman with another man will be toxic to your children, so don't do that. Set a better example of what not to put up with in a relationship. Redditor 7, let's work on this right now. She has been caught cheating, admitted to it after gaslighting you, has had the hysterical bonding phase, and is still trying to manipulate you into an open marriage. Not a good idea. If you have not picked it up, she is not really interested in your version of a relationship. She is still wanting the AP he is in her head and now her heart. Have you checked her phone in the last 24 hours? Make sure you are ready for the truth, and make sure you are ready to transfer images of her continued affair. You will have to look through the deleted files because she is on to you and will be deleting conversations quickly now. You need to split the accounts and stop depositing your funds into the common bank account now. Not soon now. Get your own bank account. No sense in funding this nonsense. Check with the top 3 divorce attorney in your area. If you talk to them before she does, then she cannot hire them. Make sure you ask about male clients and how they did for the client. If you are not into the poly open marriage life, do not do it. It will be a living hell for you. Most of the time the WS uses this to get back with the AP, that is until the husband starts to have success and then they want to close it down. Do not do it, it just muddies the water, and if you even slightly on the fence to divorce, it will ruin you in the court system more than usual, so avoid it. I would suggest the Chump Lady website has a ton of good information. If you are looking for some good 180 method pretzel logic of the 180 for your own healing. Some will suggest gray rocking, however here relationships 201,911 the price and payoff gray rock strategy is the risk in doing that. Finally, I would ask the trust question, but I will just say it. Do not trust her. The woman you love died the day she cheated on you, lied to you, and is trying to manipulate you. Redditor 8, wow. Open marriage equals I was already ducking someone but wanna not feel bad about it. Loves you and the family but also loves him? Adios to her. Sorry she did this to you, but do you want to be sleeping in a bed with her and him? Redditor 9, I suspect you are in shock. You are really settling. Your wife is a very cruel person. And frankly a jerk. Redditor 10, how about you stand up for yourself? What are you doing? She has already chosen and it's not you. At best you get to share your wife with another man. Stop this madness. You need to tell her she can talk to him, but you will no longer be her husband. Then when she does divorce her, do not worry, she will talk to him whether you say this or not. I would bet they have been talking and the text is just for show.
Thank you for watching. Comment what do you think about this situation. Don't forget to like and subscribe.